Hey, name a sport, any sport that's not football. Chances are the participants are running forward for the majority of the time to compete and beat their opponent. Must be nice. That's not how defensive backs in the game of football live. When you're playing defensive back, your life consists of a majority of movements that are not natural. Backpedaling, shuffling, crossover running, and flipping your hips are some of the most unnatural moves that you will make. You don't get the benefit of practicing these crucial movements during the course of your normal daily routine. Your life as a defensive back depends on these very unnatural moves and your ability to master them. Since the moves aren't very natural, they must be practiced and practiced quite often. The reason most people struggle playing defensive back is because of the awkward moves that are involved. Take a wide receiver and suddenly move him to defensive back, and chances are he won't look really good at first. During the course of my coaching and training, I've seen many a player make the switch from other positions to defensive back. The overwhelming majority of them struggled at first. It's only through a diligent and consistent pattern of practice will an athlete master the major moves that are critical to a defensive back's success. Often the athlete thinks he's ready to be great before he is. The problem with the consistent moves of a defensive back is they need to be consistently practiced to stay sharp. Again, it's not just the running and jumping, things you would normally do if you weren't playing football. Some guys get tricked and think that once they learn how to backpedal or flip their hips, it's like riding a bike. Well, not exactly. You may remember quickly once you get back to practicing, but if you don't practice, you'll lose your ability to execute it effectively. So the bottom line here is this, that in order for you to be a great defensive back, you have to put in your 10,000 hours, as they say. The skills of a defensive back must be honed over a period of time. They must be constantly fine-tuned and primed. Defensive back is unlike any other position on the football field. The majority of our time is spent going backwards, whether we're playing press or off. The only other position that is a similar circumstance is offensive line, and in particular, the offensive tackles. Offensive line and defensive back are perhaps the two most technical positions on the field, and they aren't for guys that don't really care much for practice and training. So get on your horse and be consistent in your skills development efforts, because that's where you will breed the best results. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like, give it a share, and subscribe to my channel, as I'll be having tons of defensive back content on here for you to make you elite and get you to the top of your game. Also, go ahead and join the All Eyes DB Camp members area. I have over 150 videos in there with skills, tips, tricks, drills, as well as coverages explained and more. If you want to reach your peak as a defensive back, check out the All Eyes DB Camp members area right now. I have a link down in the description below. Go ahead and check that out there. Thanks for watching, and until next time, All Eyes DB Camp. Consistency breeds results.